Hello, peoples. How are you doing today? If we haven't hung out before, my name is Mark Mandel. I am a developer advocate working for Google Cloud. What fun stuff are we working on today? So today I want to do some work on an FAQ for Agones, which I think will be fun. I have some of this content already in an internal doc, basically, already kind of set up. And I'm going to port some of it, and then we'll see what else we can think up and come up with, and probably come up with some all sorts of interesting and wonderful ideas, and we'll see what we come up with as we go through. I think that'll be fun. All right. Where are we? I have a little glow in the top right-hand corner. I don't know why. Huh, interesting. I don't know. Something's reflecting. Anyway, it's fine. All right, cool. All right, so working on this FAQ. So this is what the website looks like now, etc. So I figured the first point of fun is working out where we want this to live. I actually don't know. So let's actually, you know what? Let's start a local. What is it? Server. Oh no, sorry. CD build. That would help. Make site. There's my dog. Make site server. Let's get that going locally. Let's actually flip to that. Local host. What port is that on? 1313. All right, let's get that going. Nope. Nope, I can't spell. That would help. All right, so let's start with where do we want to put this locally, and we can work things out from there. Okay, as you can see, it's very much the same. Actually, you know what we should also do? Check out -b docs FAQ. Let's start with that as well. Alrighty. So where do we want to put this? Let's start with that. So we're going to start with content en docs. Let's have a look-see. Not installation. Getting started? No. Guides, maybe? Possibly. Reference. It could also be a top level thing. I kind of don't mind it as a, maybe as like before advanced or after advanced. Maybe after advanced. Maybe we put it after advanced. See what that looks like. Let's create a new folder. Let's do it that way. New directory, record FAQ. Oops, can't spell. What's going on? Why won't it let me? Yeah, my keyboard shortcuts are not working. That's fun. Refactor, rename. Let's call it FAQ. Oh, IntelliJ is doing that really annoying thing where sometimes it just loses track of my keyboards. So let's restart it. Sometimes it just stops taking key bindings. Don't know why. Okay, just checking outside on things. Alrighty. Opening stuff back up again. I know, opening and closing stuff. How very exciting. Alright, let's call it... That's better. Now we can rename things. Oh my god, come on. Just want you to rename it. Why is this so hard? Oh, because it's indexing stuff. You know what? Let's just do this in the command line. Docs. No, sorry. CD sites. Content en CD docs move 4 to. Okay, Stop being annoying. Thank you. Okay. Oh my god. All right. So we're gonna put a new file in here. Call it underscore index.md. Lovely. Let's drag that across. That's quite large. Let's we'll pull some content from out of here. Yeah, beautiful. Call this fac. Link title will also be fac. Today is 2020 03. What are we, the 6th? Oh, no, 3 of April 4. January, February, March, April. Yes, that's right. I had to think about that. Frequently asked questions. With an E, no less. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. All right. Where is that showing up in here? Let's have a look. That shows up here before getting started. Nope, don't like that. I would like it after reference, after examples, I think, actually. So examples is actually perfect. Yeah, that is weight 120. All right, so if I make that, say, 130, where does that put it? Guides, tutorials, reference, examples, fac advanced. I like that. That seems good. I like that. Or do we want to put the fac after advanced? I think after advanced. Let's make it 400. No, that's probably way too far. What comes after advanced? Advanced is third party, and that's 500. Actually, that's perfect. Look at that. Reference, advanced, FAQ. Lovely. There's nothing in there. Frequently asked questions. Beautiful. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to start with some stuff based on what we have here. Now, I have an internal doc with some interesting stuff in it. And we broke it out into sections, which I quite like. So I'm going to steal some of those sections. Maybe we can come up with some other sections. So there was networking. We might reorganize some of this. Performance. Scaling. Ooh, interesting. What else do we have? Operating systems. That's not bad. We'll call it architecture. So like, how do things go together? What else we got? Ooh, I like that. Integration. There's lots of fun stuff we can talk about for sure. All right. Let me just have a quick look here. Beautiful. Okay, just making sure nothing shows up in chat that I need to pay attention to. Can also double check it with my mobile dashboard, which I finally turned back on. Which is excellent. Okay. So that's, where do we want to start? I actually kind of like architecture first. There were some neat questions in there, and I'm sure we can come up with some other ones as well. Stuff that, here we go. Perfect. So how do we, let's actually have a look. Architecture, network, performance, scaling, object integration. Yeah, sweet. So I had a couple of options we could do with questions. I'm almost tempted to go 4 in. So this is a question I get all the time, like what's the relationship between a pod and a game server? The nice thing about doing it this way is that there's a link if people want to link to particular answers. So I'm going to steal... So the relationship between a pod and a game server, and that should be a capital P. Kubernetes pod and an Agones game server. So Agones creates a backing pod with the appropriate configuration parameters for each game server that is configured in the cluster. They both have the same name if you're ever looking to match one to another. That ends up looking like this. So that means, okay, so you can do that. I was thinking about maybe doing it as like a list element and doing it that way, but this seems fine. I think this seems reasonable. So I don't have any particular issues with this personally. So I think this is a good way of writing it this way. All right. I'm just going to go through some of the questions we have on here. We can talk through each of them. And if you have questions or thoughts, please drop them in chat. We can sort of dig into them a little bit. So the other question I get all the time, and I do like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I reuse a game server for multiple game sessions? Absolutely. What was the thing I wrote before? Cool. What did I write? Yes. What did I write? So, boop, 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 boop. Oh, there's a spelling mistake in here too. Excellent. It's fun having like all this content here that I guess will make sure that I don't say anything I shouldn't have done. All right, yes. Agones is inherently unopinionated about the lifecycle of your game. When you call SDK allocate, you are protecting the game server instance from scale down from the duration of the allocation, capital A. Typically, you would run one game session within a single allocation. However, you could allocate and run n sessions on a single game server and shut down at a later time. And then deallocate or shut down at a later time. Fun question. If I want to return a game server to the ready state, how can I? This is one that comes up a lot. If return an allocated. If I put that paragraphing in there. Oh, I have Slack open. No, I don't. I do not have Slack open. That's weird. Oh, I accidentally opened a pass notification. Okay, that makes more sense. My previous the way I do notifications in here means that what's the word I'm looking for? Means that I can actually scroll backwards in time. I use a thing called dunst. But that's neither here nor there. If I want to run an allocated game server ready set, how can I? Or let's put that. How can I return an allocated game server ready state? If you wish to return an allocated game server to the ready state, you can use the sdk.ready. We should actually link that. Go away. We should link that in a minute. sdk.ready command. Whenever makes sense for your game server to return to the pool of potentially allocatable game servers or potentially be scaled down. Should be allocatable or scaled. Return to the pool potentially allocatable and or scaled down game servers. And my wife's watching TV. We're gonna close my door. Whee! Boom. All right, cool. Let's see if how does that look here? SDK ready. We should really, we should link some of this stuff actually. Let's have a look. We should go to guides, client SDKs. Ready's a good one. All right. Now, how do I do links in Hugo stuff again? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? I've done this before. Lots. Let's look at guides. Go here. If I remember correctly, copy path. Path from context root should do the job. Wrap ref. I want to say like that. Hash. Yeah, it's gonna fail. Ah! Oh. What did I do? I did gross things. Hold on. That's fine. I don't know why I did that in the closing bit. I haven't written docs in a while. I think that's right. No, it's really not. Oh, bear with me. Sorry. I don't know what language I'm doing stuff in anymore. This is Markdown, so it's gonna need that, and then it's gonna need that, and then that should be better. Page not found. Go content index. Page not found. Or I just done something silly. Ref not found. En. Yeah, I don't think it needs the en. There we go. No, don't translate it. Okay, SDK.ready. That's pointing to the right spot. Nope. Hash ready. Index of MD. Here we go. Hash ready. See if that. Sorry, my wrapping is making that funny. There we go. Okay, let's have a look now. Boop boop. SDK already. That looks better. Beautiful. Okay. And then I think also allocate. Yeah. Cool. I'll steal this. That's a fun one. All right. Okay, let's get it. Allocate to the ready state. Cool. Which I think these questions are probably tied together. But let's have them next to each other, and then they're also searchable and stuff like that too. Trying to decide which ones out of here I also want to do. No, I think that's good. I like that one. Ooh, I like this one. I like this one. Integration. There's a couple of fun stuff in here. Okay. Yeah, actually, I like that. So here's a nice little breakdown that I actually quite like. Drop this in here. I like this. Yeah, I'll keep this in this order. Oh, that's interesting. This is a 2. Should I have 3 headings rather than 4s? Yeah, that's better. That's better lineup. Cool. Alrighty. Integration. What steps do I need? I'm going to steal this from here as well. We'll sort of step through it because it's that's there's a few steps. So we need to integrate your game server, actually game server with a space binary with the Agones SDK, which we should link, calling the appropriate lifecycle like hooks. So let's link that to client SDK. In fact, that's perfect. Look at that. It's just right there waiting for us. We don't need to do that. Beautiful. That looks good. What's just I need? Yep. Calling the appropriate lifecycle event hooks. Yep. I think I have a nice guide on that actually. Game server lifecycle. Perfect. Oh, I love it. Yes. Where are we? Where did we put that? Game server lifecycle. Copy path. Let's go that from content root. Where are we? Cref. Actually, that looks perfect. Oh no, sorry. No, it's not. There you go. Last event hooks with games container. Is it with Docker? Let's link to Docker. That seems like a thing to do. Bum, 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 bum. Is there like a... Yeah. That works. Publish your Docker image in a container registry. Is there a link to what that is? Container registry. Docker registry. There's nothing that says what is a container registry. Yeah, that might not be terrible. I'm looking for something that's kind of neutral. This does not help. Yeah. Ugh. Repository and a registry. This is actually a decent article. Just don't like this website for reasons. Is there a good definition? Single place engineer. Yeah. Let me say registry or repository, depending on whatever thing. Repositories. Docker repository relations. This is probably the best docs, so let's just use that. Create a game server YAML file for your container image. We have a reference for that. So let's grab that. Where are we? Docs, reference, game server, copy path, content root. Container image, test it. Utilizing fleets and autoscalers for deploying at scale. Fleets. What do I want to link to? I could do getting started, create a fleet. I could link to a fleet reference. I'm going to link to the fleet reference. Path, content root. do autoscalers. Fleet autoscaler. Boom. And actually, we'll go to advanced. But I do want to talk about like cluster autoscaling. Do I want to link to the cluster autoscaler? Getting started. Fleet autoscaler. Do we mention the cluster autoscaler in here? Yeah, we'll go with that. Go with that. Not the best, but it will do. Where are we? Autoscaling. Copy path from content route. Nice, that works. Ooh, I like this one too. I like this one too. So this is something I've got. What are some common patterns for integrating the SDK with a game server binary? So this is actually a fun one too, because definitely seen a variety of patterns that people have used that I quite like. So let's actually break this down. There are 3 patterns that I've seen most prevalently. There we go. So let's write them down. We have in-engine. We have a sidecar. And we have a wrapper. What do those mean? So first one, in-engine, integrate the SDK directly with the dedicated game server such that it's part of the same code base. I think that's what people are fairly familiar with. There's a sidecar pattern that I've seen people team do. I'm actually going to copy this. Oh, that's a nice article. I'm copying this across. Use the Kubernetes sidecar pattern to run the SDK in a separate process that runs alongside your game server binary, shared disk and network space. This could expose this game server could expose error read a shared file, etc. for coordinating shared file that the sidecar process integrates with and communicates back to Agones through the SDK. Now, I actually have a really nice article on this that I'm going to copy. Utilize the Kubernetes. One could argue that the pattern is not necessarily just Kubernetes, but use a Kubernetes sidecar pattern to run the SDK in a separate process that run alongside your game server binary. Share disk and network namespace. Integrate your game server binary should be, we'll say, lowercase. Game server, as in Agones game server, should be uppercase, and I think that seems pretty reasonable. Okay. Use Kubernetes to run the SDK, and it's a process that runs alongside your game server binary, shared disk and network namespace. And shares the disk game server binary could expose an API or read a shared file or write. Actually, should really write to a shared file. So this integrates with and communicates through the SDK. There we go. I think that makes sense. Let me know if that doesn't make sense. So that's that. I've seen a bunch of companies do this. This is actually pretty common. Yeah, definitely works. I've got product in my hair. I shouldn't have done that. Sometimes this is actually super nice for teams where the groups doing the orchestration and the infrastructure work are quite separate from the team who are doing the dedicated game server. So the people who are doing the dedicated game servers may not want to care or know about how Agones works or any of that stuff. But they're like, oh, we'll expose an HTTP port, for example, or we'll push something to a file. That's easy for us to do. And they agree upon that with the operations team, and then the operations team can just do whatever it is they want outside of that. And then there's just a little less back and forth between them, which is quite nice. Wrappers. Okay, this is one. If you've looked at any of the examples that we've built for Agones, you will be familiar with this. Write a process. Here we go. This is actually not 100%. This is actually no. This is accurate, but like, write a process that wraps the game server binary and intercepts aspects such as the foreground log output. Foreground. Does that sentence make sense? Write a process that wraps the game server binary and intercepts aspects such as the foreground log output, and use that information to react and communicate with Agones appropriately. This can be particularly useful for legacy game servers or game server binaries wherein you do not have access to the source control, original source. You can see this in, you can see this example in both the Synotic and Super TuxCart examples. I have a GitHub linking thing. I do. I have a GitHub linking thing. Where are we? Let's see, wrap. I want to say GitHub link. Now you're asking interesting questions. GitHub.com, Google for Games, Agones. All right. Examples. Sonic would be the first one. So if I just do that, for example, is that right? Oh, that's just not very nice. Did I get that right? Did I do that? That is not right. All right, so let's actually have a look at the code for that little trick. I got part of it right. Link test, don't care about that. Branch, don't care about that. href, thank you. Where was I? Href equals. I think that's how you do it. Oot. Okay, that looks good. And the other example is Super TuxCart. Blam. And Super TuxCart. So yeah, see, it doesn't do that. No, that's all right, fine. GitHub link href equals, and that should be Super TuxCart. Surprised it doesn't. Beautiful. It doesn't do it the way I want. Okay. What time we got? 4:07. Beautiful. Just looking at my calendar real quick. I know I do. I need to step into some other things at some point. Cool. Yeah, no, we're fine. Perfect. Lovely. All right. All right. What else have I got on my list here of stuff? Ooh, this is a good one. I like this one too. What if my engine or language of choice is not supported? Is not supported. A supported SDK. What can I do? Oh God, just have a little sads. You have lots of options, and actually we can link to a bunch of them. Change that spelling to Australian. That should be gRPC. Okay, so if you don't have my engine or language of choice not supported, does not have a supported SDK, what can I do? Utilize the REST API, which I can link to as well. So let's have a little look. So the REST API is under guides, then REST. Yes. REST API. Ref. Where are we? Guides, client SDKs, REST. Copy path. Don't think it makes any difference. Which can be generated from the Swagger specification. That's probably a capital S for Swagger. Pretty sure we have a link to that in here somewhere. Generating clients. Here we go. Boof. Actually, that's a great. That's what we want to link to right there. In fact, let's link. Grab that hash. Where are we? Generating clients. Perfect. Or generate your own gRPC client from the profile, which I think we also have links to client SDKs, gRPC client generation. Perfect. Boom. C ref. See what that looks like. What did I do there? Something didn't come through right. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. There we go. Either utilize the REST API, which can be generated from the Swagger specification, or generate your own gRPC client from the proto file. The SDK is a thin. It's the game server SDK. Does not contain much core logic. And is and should be relatively. I don't like saying relatively straightforward. That makes me sad. Yeah, it can be duplicated. Thin wrapper, the thin wrapper. Game server SDKs are a thin wrapper around either REST or gRPC clients, depending on language or platform, and can be used as examples. There we go. I like that. That's a good one. What was the other? I was thinking of something that gets asked a bunch, and now I've completely blanked on what it was. Oh, that's right. It's probably an integration question, actually. Which is, oh, this is fun. It's an integration question. I feel like it is an integration question. Bum, bum, bum. If I want to pass data to my game server binary on allocation, how can I do this? There's that one. And then if I want to pass expose information from my game server binary, how can I do that? How can I expose information from my game server binary to external service? Yeah, that makes sense. How can I pass data to my game server binary allocation? How can I expose information from my game server binary to an external service? Okay, that's actually the two questions I get. I get that quite regularly. I definitely should get. I don't think I actually have that on my other doc that I usually looked at. Nope. Nope. Just seeing if there's something I can copy. Ooh, that's a good one. Track some stuff in scaling. Okay. Oh, stuff that's like this makes my brain hurt, but it is interesting. Okay. Where are we? Take a quick swig. Okay, how do I pass data to my game server binary on allocation? That's a good question. And I don't think we actually talk about this anywhere other than here. No, I actually don't think we do. Here we go, to the metadata. So the answer is a game server allocation. Actually, where do we even put that? That's under spec? Spec.metadata. Yeah. Section. That will apply any configured. I need to link to some of this stuff, but let's just chuck that there for now. Any configured labels and or annotations that are passed through to the apply any to a requested, there we go, requested game server at allocation time. This can be used do that. And we'll ref it. Oops, I took the wrong thing. Now, actually, no, I need this here. Yeah, this is actually good to write down too, because this is there's actually two parts to this that if unless you've read all the docs, you may not realize that this is a thing. Very reference game server allocation. Here we go. Because the first part is realizing that that you can pass information to stuff, to game servers. Well, set these labels and annotations to things. But then it's also knowing that on the other side on the game server that there's the watch API that allows you to look at the current state of things. Oh man, super thirsty. Gotta drink your water. Very important to stay hydrated. Very important. Okay, how are we doing for time? We're good. So, sweet. So yeah, so this is where this is actually a good one. So game server allocation has spec.metadata section that will apply any configured labels and or annotations. Ooh, so Kubernetes labels. I know there's a, here we go, labels and selectors. Do we talk about annotations in here as well? No, that's annotations there. Beautiful. Okay, labels are key value pairs. That looks beautiful. So let's drop that in there. And then annotations. Time. The game server, actually, binary can watch for the state change to allocated, as well as changes to the game server metadata through the SDK.watch game server functionality. Combining these two features allows you to pass in information such as map data. Pass information such as map data, player, metadata. Oh, what other things would you pass in? Such as map data, player. I don't want to say player capacity information because we're working on that. Map data, gameplay information, and more to a game server binary through Agones capabilities functionality. Binary without through Agones functionality. There you go. That seems real stuck. All right, let's have a look at that. FAQ. How are we doing? 9 minutes. I got 9 minutes left. Okay, a game server allocation inspector metadata section that will apply any configured labels and annotations to request a game server allocation time. Game server binary can watch these state changes, watch for the state change to allocated, as well as the changes to the game server metadata through SDK watch game server, which I need to link to. So let's do that. Watch game server. Let's grab that. Bam. Bam, ref, bam. Well, we can actually, we can paste that in there. And then, where are we? Reference, guides, client SDKs, index, copy path. Beautiful. Bam. Cool. Let's through the course game actually through. Actually, we could just call it through SDK Watch Game Server. Beautiful. Combine these two features allows you to pass information such as map data, gameplay metadata, or more to a game server binary through game server where do we go? Game server binary at allocation time through Agones functionality. Beautiful. Yeah, this is where we start to get into some more advanced patterns, which is kind of cool. Whew. Just tidy this up. Lovely. Well, that's cool. We're gonna get some fun stuff out of this. What else? I just saw something I wanted to clean up as well. There we go. Do I want to do this? Yeah, that makes more sense. Boop. All right. Cool. Let's see if we can get the last one out. So the last one's good too. So how do I expose information? Game server binary to an external service. So, actually, do I want to phrase this way? It's an actual interesting question. No, we're actually going to add this as a third one. If I have, if my game server has more states than what Agones provides, e.g. Ready, allocated, shutdown, etc., can I add my own? Something like that. That's another one that comes up a little bit. I think the answer is actually the same. And there's two answers here. Running out of time. Possible than what Agones. If my game server requires more states than what Agones provides, e.g. radio, so can I add my own? All right, so let's the answer to this is essentially both the same. Client SDKs, set label and set annotation. To expose information from the game, actually game server binary is lowercase, let's keep consistent. From your game server binary, the Agones, actually game server SDK, allows you to set custom labels and annotations, actually, for which I should also copy this. And that. Through just tidying some stuff up that I want. Sorry, jumping around a little. Yeah, I'd select that as a whole link. Through the SDK.setLabel, so I'll come to that, and SDK.setAnnotation functionality, respectively. Unless I can't spell. Oh no, seems to be happy with it. All right, let's get some links going. A lot of this is linking into here. I actually just noticed this is where a lot of questions come up. Set label. I must have a, I'm just going to copy it. Reference, come on, give me. Here we go, perfect. Bam. label, set label value, bam, and then set annotation. Actually, respectively. Against the rest of allows you to set custom blah blah blah. This information is then queryable via the Kubernetes API. And I think, where do I put that? Guides? Yeah, perfect. Via the, oh, that's not what I want, but anyway, yep. And this information is queryable by the Kubernetes API and can be used for custom integrations or game-specific custom integrations. And how do I do that? Where are we? Guides, access API. Beautiful. Whoop, nope. Yep. There we go. My game server requires more states than what Agones provides. All right, how are we doing for time? All right, that's a good start. I'm gonna keep adding to this actually because I'm really enjoying it. My game server requires more states than what Agones provides. That all looks fine. Like we can do that. Basically, we can do that too. I'll just talk through it real quick just because we have the time. You can use the game server SDK to set labels and annotations. And again, expose any states that you need to outside of what the game server has and then just use those as the states, which is pretty cool. This is actually going to be cool. I like this. I think this is going to expose some really good information that I think is a little bit tribal. Well, not a little bit tribal. It actually is tribal. And we can sort of take it from there, which will be good. All right, cool. I am going to run because I have another meeting I need to go to, but this was a good start. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Follow me here on Twitch at Mark Mandel. Follow me on YouTube at Mark S. Mandel. Follow me on Twitter at Neurotic. Otherwise, I'm actually going to be doing a whole presentation in half an hour for anyone who's watching the recording that doesn't help. Called You Can't Just Add More Game Servers, where I'm going to talk more about some of the problems and interesting things that happen when you're trying to do backends for multiplayer games and why you just can't add more game servers. So if you want to come back to my stream in half an hour, I will be jumping on that as well then. I'll throw something out on Twitter as well, so you'll see it if you follow me at Neurotic. Awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you all later.